supplies are good, I'm a happy man. You know, I was just thinking, it's been years now since I slept with 4 walls around me. And even longer with 4 walls and a roof. But I've never been happier.
You guys looking for the collectibles?
Some work just came in. Might be some capitali too. Let's do it. Good. Good. Because I've got a fine bit of business you might be interested in. Something to sink your teeth into. Deep into. You'll love it. You know about the Skinner brothers? Well, it's mostly bluster, as they are a bunch of fools. But the bluster is loud, I'll grant you that. Folk get unnecessarily scared of cannibals, in my opinion. Anyone dumb enough to eat a fella is not to be scared of. Anyway, they get away with murder. They robbed some crates from a pal of mine. Them crates now need destroying, what with discretion being the better part of valor. So how about you go destroy them for us? They're at a shack at Aurora Basin. And try not to get yourself served up as lunch. Be on your way.
I don't know if you're on the microphone or not. I'm not going to be on very long. I'm just doing my daily challenges. I got about 30 or 40 minutes left. Are you on the microphone right now? If you can hear me, go ahead and shoot your gun up in the air one time. There you are. All right, there you are. Yeah, I don't do much, man. I don't know if you saw my stream or not. I do this more of a educational streaming, man. I do a lot of information about this game. Are you familiar with the hidden stuff inside this game? All right, you know you got a monthly free wardrobe, right? Yeah, yeah. I don't spend my money, man. I don't know. Did you see my stream? Were you watching my stream? Okay, so I hoard my money in gold. I don't use my money in gold. I usually just get free shit. So if you click on open up your catalog real quick, long press on your D-pad left. If you go to your clothing to the right-hand side and start at hats, go to hats and click on it. And if you R1 over, you'll see the red triangles. They do it once a month. The ones that's got the red diamond that says sale, there's usually a free hat in there. And they do that with all the articles of clothing to set yourself up. You see where it's going to be the Kennedy hat on like the 4th page. You see where it says 0 cents? It'll be a red triangle that said sale on the top right corner. Have you found the Kennedy hat yet? Yeah, see how it says the red triangle sale was 0 cents? And then if you keep R1ing over to it'll have the shirts next, or excuse me, the coats next. It's going to be the Walden coat that's free this month. Should be on the 2nd page of the coats. But what I normally do is when I stream, I just do informational stuff, showing people how to get free things and earn extra gold and do my daily challenge. I'm a daily challenge chaser. I do my daily challenges. I haven't missed a day of daily challenges in right at 480 days. Yeah, that's where I get most of my gold is my daily challenges, just keeping my streaks going. I mean, I'll do the bounties and, missions and stuff, but I'm not a big PvP player. I'm a standalone, I like to free roam and just enjoy the game as it is and not have to worry about fighting and shooting. If I wanted to do all that, I'd go to Call of Duty. But there's a lot of hidden gems in this game. Are you familiar with your belt buckles? Huh? You know about resetting your belt buckles? All right, check it out. Go hit options. Hit the options button. Go down to progress. On the right-hand side where it says awards, if you'll click on that, these are different categories that contain belt buckles that you earn. In each category, like if you go over to, let's see something you might have. If you go to general, scroll over to generals between trade and horse, you might have one in that one. No, because that's the daily challenges. Don't do that one. Back out of that. Go to Find one's got a lot of stuff in it. Well, hunting. Go to hunting. You might have one in hunting. If you have any gold belt buckles that you've earned inside these categories, you highlight them and see if they're resettable. Some will be resettable and some won't. The ones you can reset, you reset them. You'll see it down on the bottom right-hand corner. It says reset award with the square button. You'll get 0.45 gold for that. And then it'll reset back to 0, and you go to acquire it again. You can reset these things 10 times for gold, which gives you just a little under 5 bars of gold by the time you finish doing it times 10. And each time you do it, it'll do it like a Roman numeral 1, Roman numeral 2, Roman numeral 3, all the way up to the X, which is times 10. So all these categories have resettable belt buckles that you can acquire. And on top of being able to reset them, they also go into your inventory so you can actually wear them. You can go to your campsite or go to the tailor or whatever, and you can put them on. Huh? I can't hear you, brother. Have you got some you can reset? Hell yeah, dude. Knock them out, dude. Get you some gold. And the best thing to do, when you acquire the ones that are able to be reset, it'll pop up on the top left corner of your screen. It's probably already popped up. You just didn't realize what it was. You just thought it was an achievement. When you see those gold belt buckles, matter of fact, I just had one pop up for my collector roll, and I reset it as soon as it popped up. As soon as you see it pop up on the top left corner of your screen, go ahead and do your option. Hold the options button, bring it up, reset it. Because the longer you go without resetting it, the longer you go for missing an opportunity to fill it back up. So you might have been sitting on a gold resettable for a month or 2 months, and didn't even realize it. But you should have a few bars of gold in there by the time you get done. Yeah, pretty much everything you do in this game, you get rewarded for. Skinning animal, getting animal parts and stuff. Let me see. Like I want to say it's in the free roam. Your sharpshooter, there's a lot in sharpshooter. There's a whole bunch in sharpshooter that you can get, and most all of those are resettable. So if you're a big PvP player, do a lot of running and gunning, then this is the category for you. You'll probably max out with those. The hunting, there's a few in hunting. I've already maxed out two of those. To kill the animals and then to collect animal parts. That's whenever you skin them and collect the body parts. The survivalist is another good one. Crafting items and picking herbs. Picking herbs is a real easy one. Now, there's actually a catch to that picking herbs. When you pick the herbs, if you kind of just save all the herbs that you pick, you can go into Saint Denis and go to the doctor and sell those herbs. When you sell exactly 100 herbs, you'll get a belt buckle. So you back out, reset the belt buckle, go back in, sell another 100. If you have the large capacity satchel, man, you could times 10 that gold belt buckle in about 5 minutes. And Moonshiner gets you good belt buckles too. I'll tell you what, if you add me as a friend, I've only got about 30 minutes to stream. I got to get ready for work. But I'll be happy to help you out and get you leveled up, man. Get you some gold and money. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and I've got a trader wagon ready. Let's go down here and fast travel over to camp. And did you join my posse? Yeah. Well, I was in a mission. It wouldn't have let you join until I got done with that Sean McGuire mission. I did that daily Sean McGuire mission. We'll fast travel to camp, and I'll do a wagon run with you real quick. Get you some money. What's that?
I know horses, Brandon. That's a fine one.
Oh, you know what? I probably have too many people. Let me kick some real quick. No? It's open. You should be able to join. I mean, there you go. Yeah, I think I've got a moonshine and a trader run that I can hook you up with some money with. I don't do a lot of trader missions and all. I only do them for like the daily challenges. So they sit full at my camp until that daily challenge comes up of making so much money or delivering certain distances and all. Yeah. Excuse me. The money that I have, that actually came from the collector role. There's a couple tips and tricks to do with the collector role. Are you a collector? So if you're a collector, then you should know about the Gene Roque map, correct?
I have to say, I've outdone myself with a suit this time.
Did you not fast travel to camp? So I made a pot of stew. If you want to go ahead and eat a stew to fill your core up real quick, I'll go ahead and we'll start this delivery mission. Oh, let me get some more ammo. I gotta build up my ammo again. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. still didn't hear you. Do I have a what? It's hard for me to hear you, man. I'm partial deaf as it is. You asked if I had what? Oh, herbs. Herbs. So, ba yeah, basically, whenever you make stew, whenever you purchase the stew pot and you go to recipes, it gives you, at the top of the recipes, it gives you two special recipes. It gives you Cripps's recipe, which today is the Coulter Hot Pot, and then it gives you Superior Quality Stew. And it shows the recipe what it requires. Big game meat for the Superior. And then for the top one, if you hit the triangle and it does the recipes, you see where it says Coulter Hot Pot? Yeah, look down the bottom there. It says the recipe is like assorted salt, offal, wintergreen berry. A lot of that stuff, the ingredients, you can get right out the catalog. And what I do with the money that I have, open up your catalog real quick. So if you look down under provisions on the left-hand column, it says provisions. If you click on that, if you go to the very first one, canned food, what I normally do every day is I just buy max. I buy everything. The canned apricots, the baked beans, the canned kidney beans. I just keep all that maxed out. So just in case I need it for a stew or, you know, to eat it or whatever. So I just go page by page and I just buy everything until it says sold out. When you get enough money, you know, built up, 50, 60,000 in your bank right there, you'll be able to do that when you have to worry about messing up your account. Like that prime beef joint, I'll max it out. Tender pork loin, max it out. Most all of your perishable items you can get from right here in the catalog. Now, there are some that you have to get from other locations. Like, you can't buy beets. The beets you have to get from the stables, because it's more used for your horse, to make the horse meal, which is what you use to get your horse's core hard up. The health core. Yeah, you can't buy hay from the catalog. You have to buy hay and beets from the stable. There's a lot of stuff that you can't get out of the catalog, but you can get it from a vendor. I'm going to go ahead and start this delivery for you so we can get you a couple $100 in your pocket, man. It should be about a 20-minute run.
About the time I stowed away on a
about
ship
all I have, really. I got to
imprisoned by the Sultanate of
get my
Sulu?
uniform and stuff.
No? Well, remind me later. It's a corker. Anyway, business first. Time to make a sale. The buyer's not local, but we're getting a good price, so should be worth the ride. Just be careful.
It's going to be a long ride. We shouldn't have any problems. It's pretty early in the morning, so there's not a lot of people on right now, so we shouldn't have any problems with grievers this morning. You can either ride on your horse or ride on the wagon. It doesn't matter to me. What's that? One was yours. Oh wait, no. One was mine and one was Crip's. Now, if you have a tent, whenever you join a posse, your tent, whatever you have for your camp, your tent will be set up in that posse's camp. So if you have a tent, one of those might have been yours.
Acting like you done hit your head.
The tent that follows you for each posse you join, or even at your own, it'll have two options on it. You'll have your wardrobe on that, and then you'll have, well, if you own one, your ammo box that has all your weapons and stuff, your weapons locker. And that wardrobe is where you change, so you don't have to keep going to the tailor inside the Saint Denis or wherever there's a tailor. You can use your wardrobe from your camp to set up your outfits or change an outfit or whatever, you know.
I see, strange.
I really hadn't seen too many people on here this morning. I hadn't bumped into. I don't know if they're doing missions or if they're doing free roams, but I only ran into like 2 blueberries this morning. 2 of them were up in Coulter. They were doing their collector dailies. They were higher level. They were up in like 900. I think one was 600, one was 900. You get people up in that player level. They've played pretty much since beta. They don't get all into that grieving stuff. They just do their own thing. It's your lower level, like just starting out up to about 200, 250. Normally those are the ones that do all the grieving and shooting and fighting. They think that they get the XP from killing people, but that's not the case in this game. Well, you'll get your grievers from time to time. Most of the time I stay in a solo lobby. There's a way you can actually change the settings in your PlayStation and your internet connection to where whenever you spawn in, you'll be by yourself, so you can pretty much do whatever you want. And there's no other players involved. It's got its benefits, because when you change your MTUs from 1500 to 750, all the animals spawn like crazy. I mean, it'd blow your mind, all the animals that you come across. You don't have to hunt for them. They're literally like right there. All of the like stranger missions, they pop up sooner. Defend the campsites, they pop up. It's just a whole different ball game when you change your MTUs. And I usually do that whenever I do a lot of my collecting and my foraging. When I'm trying to fill my satchels up with food and herbs and stuff, I'll go into a solo lobby, because how plentiful the animals and stuff are. Yeah, I can teach you how to do that. It's pretty easy. I taught one of my online players, and she messaged me. It was funny. She messaged me yesterday. She said that she's not going to be playing in the sandbox with her friends no more. She's going to be staying in the solo lobbies because she really enjoys the solo lobby. Which it's, I mean, if you're in the solo lobby, it's good if you're playing by yourself, but you can't invite your friends or other players in your lobby with you. The only way you can do that, there's a glitch, there's a poker glitch that you can enter a solo lobby and invite your friends off your friend list in there. But you can't do it if you change your MTUs. You're by yourself. And the only way to go back into a multiplayer lobby is to go back into your settings and start a new connection at 1500 MTUs. Doesn't take very long. It's just a headache. Oh, it's very worth it. It is very worth it. I like going into the solo lobbies because of all the animals. My satchel pretty much stays full. I'm maxed out on pretty much everything in my satchel. Now, if you want, once we kill these people, you can go ahead and loot and get all the stuff off of them.
I'll kill you, I swear.
There you go. You can go ahead and loot all those bodies if you want them. Which I would recommend looting as many people as you can because, like I was saying earlier, everything you do in this game, you can earn belt buckles from, and looting the enemies is one of the resettable belt buckles. What's that? Yeah, I can't hear you, man. I'm sorry. Yes, they do. Oh, you are a collector level? I mean, roll? Yeah, if you're a collector roll, man, golly, you should be making bank right now. Just grinding on collectibles. What time is it? Well, there's an online map that you can use. Do you use the online map? The interactive map? Yeah, let me explain something to you real quick. I crunched the numbers last year. I crunched the numbers, and this is why I have so much money. So follow me just a little bit. There's 17 collectible sets. Okay, that's your fossils and your jewelry and all that. There's 17 sets. So if you complete each set one time and go and sell them, all 17 sets will net you $4,800, right at $5,000 from Madame Nazar. Okay. Now, clearing a map in one day, you're going to be able to complete the collectibles in white, not the ones in yellow, because you know those are random. Sometimes you don't get all of them in the randoms. But if you grind for about a week you'll end up maxing out all of your flowers, your heirlooms, your bird eggs, your bottles, all the ones that are white, on the interactive map. Now, when you max all 17 sets out times 10, and you go and sell those, that's 50 grand right there. That's $50,000, 48,000 something. So that's change right there. Now, if you sit on those, I said twice, if you sit on those until Madame Nazar has her monthly special, where it's double XP and double money when you go and sell a collectible set, that's 100 grand. So, I mean, it's well worth grinding, straight up grinding, clearing a map. Start down in Tumbleweed, use that interactive map. Start in Tumbleweed, make your way all the way up to close to Brandywine Drop, and just clear a map. Get every single collectible on the map every day for 10 days. If you do that, you'll have all the standard collectible sets complete times 10. And that's what I did. That's why I have 160K, because I cleared the map, sold them, times 10 without the special, and that was 50 grand. And then I did it with Madame Nazar special, and it was another 100 grand. Give or take money I've picked up here and there. But that's how I got that much money. It's just grinding collectibles. I did it for oh my God, about a month straight it took me to get the fossils, the lost jewelry, the coins. There's that one 1800 gold coin, that gold quarter or gold dollar that very seldom shows up. So when it does, I hold on to it until I have complete sets. But the ones in yellow, because they're random, there's always going to be one item inside that category. It's going to be hard to get. I want to say like the opal arrowhead or something like that. And then one of the fossils is going to be hard to get. It doesn't spawn as often as the regular fossils do. Yeah, but when you have like a few days that you ain't got nothing going on, that's what I would recommend you doing, is just taking that Gene Rope map out. And if you pull your map up real quick. If you pull your map up, you know how to pin a location, right? Pushing down on your L3. If you push down on your L3 anywhere in the map, it's going to put a marker down. You're allowed to put 11 markers on the map at one time. So what I usually do is I'll look at that Gene Rope map, and I will find, like if I start down, let me put a waypoint and show you. If I start to clear a map and I start way down here, do you see where this waypoint is? Down here by Tumbleweed? You know how to long press on your options to pull the map up, right? So what I typically do is I will start pinning where these don't put pins where my pins are, because I'm just using this as an example. I will put pins on like the 11 closest collectibles that I'm close to, and then what I'll do is I'll go and find them, and as I find them, I remove those markers. So whenever I find those 11, I'll pull up the Gene Rope map, and then I would pin. I don't know if you're still watching me on the stream or not. So say like those markers are where the collectibles are. Every time I get one, I'll pull that marker off of there. So when I find the last marker, I'll pull the Gene Rope map back up, and then I'll pin another 11 that's closest to me. And I'll just work from one side of the map to the other, using that Gene Rope map, getting all the collectibles. And it usually takes about 6 hours to clear a map for me. That's no breaks, just a straight 6 hours from one end of the map from Tumbleweed, Armadillo. I'll get down Blackwater, Thieves Landing, and then I'll come up through Strawberry. I'll get Strawberry. Then I'll go up through Wallace Station. Then I'll get all the fossils. Most of your fossils are going to be up in Emberdino, up here in Coulter area. And then I'll come across over to the Grizzly East, Annesburg. I'll just get all those collectibles over there. And by the time I get done, I'll have all of my... let me get my book out real quick here. Oh, wrong one. That's the field guide. I didn't want that. So by the time I get done, I'll have like the wildflowers are complete, the tarot cards are all complete, the antique bottles, the bird eggs, the heirlooms. Those are the ones that you're gonna have all complete. Now, if you open up your, I don't know if you can do it in this. No, you won't be able to. Open up your satchel and arrow over to collections. Arrow over to collections. Just click on the first one. Now, the numbers in the circle, that tells you how many you can have, how many you have in your satchel right now. You can only hold 10 of each item. So what I typically do is, depending on how many times it's completed, like if I don't have it complete yet, I will sell off each one of my items until it shows a number 2 in there. And then when I complete it, then I'll sell down to where it says 3. And I keep an extra of each one for each time I complete it. Because there's a lot of stuff in here I can't even collect anymore because they're maxed out. I need to sell down. If I were to sell all my individuals right now, I could probably make another 10 grand off of this. What's that? Well, I'll be happy to grind with you, man. There's a lot of times that's all I want to do is just grind all my collectibles and fill it up, man. Give me one of those days where I ain't got nothing to do. I'll be happy to grind with you. I'll mark them and we can ride together and just start collecting everything, clear the map. It's a good way to level up. It's a really good way to level up. You level up really fast doing the collector roll because each time you grab a collectible, it's either 150 XP or 200 XP, depending on which one you grab. Now the Harriet, I'm doing the same thing with the Harriet missions with the samples. I've got so many samples right now. I've been sitting on for almost a year now, waiting for Harriet to do her monthly special. I've got the booklets. Are you still streaming me? Are you still viewing my stream? So my book, I don't know if you actually know the roll itself. People don't understand the Harriet roll. The Harriet roll is you're taking samples from these animals and going and selling them to her. And when you sell the samples, she gives you a stamp on that animal in the pages of that category, like the farmland habitats. Those little white circles, those are her stamps letting her know or letting you know that you have that sample. Now, once you fill a page up, in other words, get all the stamps on all the animals on that page, you can trade that in. Basically sell that page to her. And then it resets it and you start back over. So, I've got stamps full on all my pages except two of the legendaries, the light and the pattern, which I only miss one of each one of those, but I'm not worried about that. But on top of those completed stamps, I've got the where's it at? I've got enough samples to fill those pages up again. So like right here in the valuables, if I click on the desert, you can see all of the samples that I have for each one of the animals. And then for the farmlands, all those samples. For the mountain and grassland, all those samples. So once I sell that book of stamps, and even on the legendaries, I've got extra samples of all those. So once I sell those booklets or trade in those booklets, I'll sit there at her tent and sell her those samples that I have to fill those pages back up to trade them in again. So I can trade them up like 3 times. And that's going to be more bank and more XP for me. Yeah, each role has its little tricks and tips on how to actually excel. Let's see what else is there. Not too much about the moonshine. I mean, the moonshine, you got the different moonshines that you can make for the buyers. Now, you know, a lot of the $247 moonshines, those are going to use your collector bottles. You don't want to use those too much if you're trying to save up to make complete collection sets with the alcohol bottles, because about 3 or 4 here. Let me do this. I'm gonna fast travel to the moonshine shack, and I'm gonna pull you in so you don't have to waste any money. Let me pull you in real quick. Hold on. You know you can do that, right? If you're the posse leader and you go to your moonshine shack, you can enter with the posse, and it basically pulls people in so they don't have to spend money on a fast travel. Yeah. So whenever you buy when you buy the wilderness camp from Harriet, if you have the fast travel post in your personal camp, it'll also be in your wilderness camp, so you can fast travel anywhere on the map, from anywhere on the map. Right. I'm going to walk downstairs real quick. I've got just a few minutes. I'm actually trying to get dressed while I'm showing you this stuff. The moonshiner roll, as you build up your moonshine lab, that's what I call it, there are different flavors that you can make for more money. I can't look at it right now because I've already got a wagon ready to sell. I just don't have enough time to go and sell it right now. You got Poison Poppy's moonshine. Now that is used with collectible flour, the poppies. Berry Cobbler moonshine, Berry Mint, Spice Island moonshine, that's used with the collectible. About 4 or 5 of these you don't want to make if you're trying to collect complete sets of your collectible stuff, because it does use collectible items from the collector roll. The other ones are just typical berries and stuff that you can pick out. You know, they're like the $226 one. But all the ones that pay out $247, those use collectible items. The Spiced Island, the Poison Poppy, the Wild Creek, those 3 there are the ones that use collectible items. So if you happen to do that, you might be breaking up a complete set of Madame Nazar that could be making you more money. So you got to be careful of what kind of flavoring you put in. Now, the daily challenges for the roll, for Moonshiner, may require you to make that. Well, that's just something you have to balance. What's more important, the little bit of gold you get for the daily challenge or the money? So. But there's all sorts of dynamics of this game that people overlook because they come into this game thinking, okay, I'm gonna go shoot people and steal. It's not all about that. There's more about this game than that. If you actually look at the dynamics of the game and how the creators wanted this game to. Now, if you want to be a run and gun, shoot people, fight, then yeah, you want to go into the online games, which would be like the shootout series, the takeover series, the elimination series, all of the multiplayer stuff. Now that's where you're gonna get your XP. That's where you're gonna, if you're a running gun, that's where you're gonna enjoy it. But from all the people that I've come across inside this game, about 70% of the people that I've played with, they don't do all that running gun stuff. That's all your people from last year. I don't know if you were around last year. Rockstar introduced this game and let it be a free download. So all your people from Grand Theft Auto downloaded this game and brought that playing style into this game. That's why you have so much grieving going on, is because your GTA 5 players came in here and was able to play for free. And really screwed the whole dynamics of the game up. But now I think they've stopped it. I don't think you can, the people that didn't actually purchase it, I don't think they can play it for free anymore. I think they actually have to buy the game. I saw that released last month. But anyhow, the dynamics of the game is to actually play the game as if you're living off the land. You know, that's my vision of it, and that's the 70% of players that I play with. That's how they do it. You know, they just enjoy the free roam of the game and not. Sorry about that. I mean, saw some 3-star muskrats. I figured I'd go ahead and get them. You can go ahead and grab that one if you want. Skin that one over there. Yeah. And, huh? Yeah. I just like playing the game as it is. If you get a shovel, there's a buried treasure right here. I don't know if you're high enough in collector to get a shovel. Shovel and metal detector is a must in collector roll. That was an arrowhead right there. Well, look here. Go ahead and add me as a friend, man. And I'm on every morning between 3 and 5. I'll be happy to ride with you, man, and help you out. But add me. I'm fixing to have to hop off of here and stop my stream and get to work. Cool. Well, let me go ahead and stop this stream real quick.